Tabitha Lombardi Fund, Wings of Hope Gala. Looking to the beauty of God's great creation, the butterfly. While majestic and colorful in appearance and graceful in flight, the wings of a butterfly do not come easily. It isn't until the butterfly enters a great struggle, breaking free from its cocoon, that those majestic wings can take flight. Through the Tabitha Lombardi Fund, we've come across many beautiful butterflies who we have met as they struggled and battled through their cocoon called cancer. And through generous contributions to the fund, we have been able to come alongside and help them spread their wings. Here's just one of God's beautiful butterflies we have been able to support, and we'd like you to meet her.
My name is Daniel Hicks. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about our family, specifically Kylie Joy Hicks, the youngest of our three kids, who is 5 now. But last July, we were on a family beach vacation with some friends, and on the second day of our trip, we realized that for the past few days, Kylie hadn't been feeling well, just really tired, started to develop some bruising on her skin, had little red bumps called petechia pop up all over her body. And so we took her to the ER for precautionary measures, and they ran some blood work and couldn't find any definitive results or answers, so they shipped us to a children's hospital in Orlando. And when we got there, the doctors told us, based on what they'd seen from the ER work, that they were thinking that she might have leukemia, but they wouldn't know for sure until they ran some more tests. And so on July 9th, 2014, the doctors walked into Kylie Joy's bedroom or hospital room and said that your little girl has cancer. She has ALL, Acute Lymphoblastic Leukemia. And so some of the good news that the doctor shared with us that day, they said if we ever want to tell a family that their kid has cancer, the type that Kylie Joy has is the type that you want her to have, because it's the most common and the most treatable. Now, with that said, they also told us that it's a 2.5-year journey to recovery. And so we left the hospital in Orlando. We traveled back to our home in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we were admitted into the hospital, where we spent the next 24 days just starting the cycle and the road to recovery. So she was injected with chemo several times a week. She was injected with high doses of steroids. And even to this day, we still go in once a week to get treatment. So for the past 8 months, we've been walking down this journey, and it's every week we go back in for treatment. We go back in for blood work. We get things checked up. We take medicine at home. And we just now entered into the 2-year maintenance phase, where we still have 2 years to go. And it's more or less that we're lowering the doses of all the steroids, all the medicines, and we're kind of hitting a little bit of an easier stretch. But the past 8 months have been horrific in a sense that it's interrupted everything in our life. I mean, our schedule's not the same. We drop everything to go be with Kylie. She physically has really been all over the map, where she gets high doses of steroids and chemo, and man, it's done everything from making her moody to she's lost her hair, to she just wants to sleep all the time. I mean, it's been all over the place with her, but praise God, every time we go and the doctors look at her test results, her blood work, and they say, and she's right where we want her to be. She's right where we want her to be. And so we praise God for great doctors and for their wisdom and for medicine. And also, as I think about the two main things I praise God for through this, is one, Kylie's middle name is Joy, and she has taken everything that life and cancer has thrown her way, and she's taken it with joy in stride. She approaches life in the world just full of joy, and so she takes it a lot better than I do sometimes, where I will be crying my eyes out, begging God to heal her, just pleading my case before God. She'll come up, snuggle next to me, and say, "Daddy, you don't have to cry. It's okay. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine, and God's going to take care of me. God's healing me." And I just get emotional thinking about those times. I mean, she really takes everything in stride with joy, and we praise God for that. And the other thing that's really been beneficial to us as we walk through this journey, I mean, life has interrupted our life. This thing called cancer has really changed so much of our life, and we know that we can't do it without the help of the Lord, but also the help of great people rallying around us. So I can remember the first day we come home from Orlando, where we stopped by the house. We're just getting our bags refreshed to go check ourselves into the hospital here in Chattanooga, where we'd spend the next 24 days. And we were pulling the driveway, and my grass had been cut. I walk inside our house, and somebody had cleaned our house. I walk in, I look in the fridge, and the fridge was stocked full of things. The pantry was stocked full of things. There was gift cards. There was cards of just saying, "I pray for you. I'm loving on your family from afar," all over our table. And those things have meant the world to us. And so for the past 8 months, we've had no shortage of things like that happen. And it has made all the difference in the world, because when we tell people that Kylie's doing well so far, people respond, "Well, of course she is, because there's 1 million people across the globe praying for her." And so we feel that, and we're thankful for that. We also are thankful for all the gifts that people have given us, because, I'm a pastor. My wife is a stay-at-home mom, and so we're a one-income family, and hospital bills don't stop. Thankfully, we have good insurance, but we still have high deductibles. And so those bills don't stop coming just because you're a one-income family. And so had it not been for the goodness of the Lord and the generosity of other people, I really don't know how we would make it. I don't know how we'd make it, but God has been so good as people have been faithful to give. And so I just want to thank people like you for supporting the cause of kids and family with cancer, because cancer is horrific. We have seen, Kylie's even seen some of her friends her age with the same things. I mean, we've seen them pass away, and they're at home with Jesus now. And so the reality of how horrific this is has set in with us, and we know that it could be horrific, but we're trusting God, and God is making it doable hard for us as we just see His faithfulness on Kylie's body, but also as we just see God's goodness in the people of God around us, loving us, praying for us, supporting for us. And so on behalf of our family, and behalf of all of the families that you guys are being a part of, blessing and loving and supporting, whether through prayer or through gas cards or through financial giving or whatever, just stopping by to hug your daughter or your kid or whoever has cancer. So I'll say it means the world to us, and it helps us take one day at a time. Because again, we still have a 2-year journey ahead of us, but we're going to get through it with the grace of God, His faithfulness, and the faithfulness of people around us who love us and who are wanting to be a part of our story. And so thank you so much. It means the world. And I just ask you, keep praying for my Kylie Joy Hicks. She's a blessing, and we are going to beat cancer. God bless you. Love you. Thanks for your time.
A man found a cocoon of a butterfly. One day, a small opening appeared. He sat and watched the butterfly for several hours as it struggled to force its body through that little hole. Then it seemed to stop making any progress. It appeared as if it had gotten as far as it could, and it could go no further. So the man decided to help the butterfly. He took a pair of scissors and snipped off the remaining bit of the cocoon. The butterfly then emerged easily, but it had a swollen body and small, shriveled wings. The man continued to watch the butterfly because he expected that at any moment the wings would enlarge and expand to be able to support the body, which would contract in time. Neither happened. In fact, the butterfly spent the rest of its life crawling around with a swollen body and shriveled wings. It was never able to fly. What the man in his kindness and haste did not understand was that the restricting cocoon and the struggle required for the butterfly to get through the tiny opening were God's way of forcing fluid from the body of the butterfly into its wings so that it would be ready for flight once it's achieved its freedom from the cocoon. Sometimes struggles are exactly what we need in our lives. If God allowed us to go through our lives without any obstacles, it would cripple us. We would not be as strong as what we could have been. We could never fly.